President Yoon Suk Yeol sat down with more than 10 leaders on the sidelines of the NATO Summit. One of them was U.S. President Joe Biden, where the two sides signed a new guideline for nuclear deterrence on the Korean Peninsula that increases South Korea's involvement in the operation. Our Kim Do-yeon reports.
President Yoon Suk Yeol and U.S. President Joe Biden welcomed the signing of Seoul and Washington's guidelines on nuclear deterrence and operations on the Korean Peninsula, opening doors to, quote, conventional nuclear integration between the two countries. This came on Thursday during a bilateral meeting between the two leaders at the sidelines of the NATO Summit in Washington, D.C.
Conventional nuclear integration means combining nuclear and conventional weapons. In other words, U.S. nuclear assets and South Korea's advanced conventional strategy will be combined to deter and respond to North Korea's nuclear weapons.
This also indicates that U.S. nuclear assets that can deter North Korea's nuclear threats will be deployed to missions on the Korean Peninsula during both peacetime and wartime. Also, South Korea will be involved in decision-making processes of nuclear deterrence operations, whereas before all decisions were made by the U.S. Since the two countries first established the Nuclear Consultative Group last year, 2 rounds of training have already been provided to South Korean personnel for a better understanding of U.S. nuclear operations.
Through the adoption of these joint guidelines, a comprehensive Korea-U.S. integrated deterrence system has been established. This elevates the Korea-U.S. alliance, which has traditionally been based on conventional forces, to a truly nuclear-based alliance.
Further bolstering South Korea's security cooperation with like-minded countries, Yoon also met with the leaders of the United Kingdom, Norway, Poland, and Luxembourg on Thursday before leaving for Seoul. These sideline meetings were part of more than 10 that Yoon squeezed in during his 2-day trip to Washington, D.C. While security was largely a shared theme for the meetings, President Yoon discussed economic cooperation with talking points customized for each nation, such as nuclear energy cooperation with the Czech Republic and Sweden, as well as defense industry cooperation with Germany.
President Yoon emphasized to President Pavel that South Korea possesses the world's best construction capabilities and overwhelming price competitiveness. He stressed that if South Korea is selected as the contractor, it would significantly contribute to the development of the nuclear power sector in the Czech Republic.
Other key industries discussed with European partners were critical minerals and semiconductor production. The top office says that the bilaterals were used to, quote, reinforce the stepping stones for the nation's companies, and it also added that it hopes that these face-to-face opportunities lead to a boost in the nation's economy and ultimately improve the daily living of the people in South Korea. Kim Do-yeon, Arirang News, Washington, D.C.